today's episode. GM Button, how are you doing?
I'm very good. I'm excited. Today we're talking about Antoni Tudisco, one of our favorite 3D artists. Cucho, he's from your home country. Why don't you give a little explanation about who he is and what he's about?
Yes, yeah, Antoni Tudisco, he's a 3D designer from Hamburg, Germany. He's been doing 3D art now for more than 15 years, actually. He started when he was 13 years old. And how he started is, I don't know, some of you might remember there used to be MySpace, one of the early social media platforms. And when he was 30 years old, he customized MySpace pages. And that's how he started. After his high school, then he studied web design and development, and he really got deeper as well into creating like digital art. And you can also already see, like, based on what a Button is sharing right here, like he has this very distinct art style of these like surreal and really colorful characters. Also, something that really differentiates him from a lot of people, or what I would say that makes it his art style very distinct, is that he tends to merge like art and fashion. So as you can see, a lot of these characters that he creates, that they wear like very cool fashion items, and yeah, they are very fashionable. One of his early
Absolutely.
breakthroughs. Oh, Button, go ahead.
Absolutely. I love his style. It's also really rare where he is not his brother is an incredible 3D artist as well, and they do a lot of collaborations. And I mean, how often do you find two brothers that probably help push each other to the next level when it comes to 3D design? This is a very special family. There's no question about that.
Yes, and how they grew their following is they were doing a lot of this art and design, and they uploaded it on social media. So both of them have been uploading like their creations to Instagram as well as to Behance, like an that's a platform to really find a lot of creative work. And one of the drops, or one of the projects that Anthony did, is called Kill Art, Trust Design. Button was showing us earlier. And in his journey, that really was one of his early breakthroughs that Anthony had. Anthony, through this, got a lot of more exposure to like really known brands, and it really accelerated his career as a 3D designer.
Yeah, they're stunning pieces. There's no question he has some talent that it takes a lot of time to learn, but furthermore, he's really established himself as one of the leading 3D artists, definitely in Web3, as well as just a 3D artist in general that's getting global recognition. So I'm a big fan of his. You're a big fan of his. He's also, like I mentioned, pretty heavy into Web3. Do you want to talk about some of his earlier pieces on Super Rare?
Yeah, let's do that. So yeah, like his early work really helped him to get partnerships with some big brands like Nike, Apple, Versace. But now in the NFT Web3 space, he was able to really independently grow as an artist as well. And the earliest artworks that he has minted in the NFT space is on SuperRare, so a platform where artists can mint like their one of one artwork. So each of these pieces only will ever exist one time. And Button just shows right now, some of the earliest pieces that Anthony created on Super Rare. And that's
Yeah,
actually, yeah, those pieces were actually
go
the
ahead.
first ones that I saw of his work. And I was like, oh, like this is like a next level artistic style that Anthony has. I think Paparazzi was the first artwork I ever saw of him.
Yeah, they are stunning pieces. He does sometimes do still images, but oftentimes his video pieces are absolutely incredible, and they are really something special. Clearly, you can see how much fashion influences what he wants to create and how he designs it, and it's beautiful, it's stunning, it's very forward. I love it. I love the colors. I love the scenery. He's definitely one of my absolute favorite artists of all time. And from here, he kind of got a big collaboration on Nifty Gateway to do an art piece with quite a famous DJ, perhaps one of the most famous ones ever, called Steve Aoki.
Yes. So yeah, he didn't just, or he doesn't just catch the attention of big brands, but he also really catches the attention of a lot of well-known people that do want to work with him. And this was a drop that he did together, like Button said, with Steve Aoki, and it actually was one of the biggest drops to ever happen of Nifty Gateway platform. Overall, I think they got like about 4 million of revenue with this single drop, where they dropped about, like, I would say probably around like 10 artworks, and all of them underline. So the visuals were all created by Antoni, but they underline also Steve Aoki's music, and he created like custom music to each of these artworks. Most prominently from this drop, there's a artwork called Harry, which was actually sold. It's a one of one and was actually sold for $777,000, which is again is one of the biggest sales to ever happen on the Nifty Gateway platform.
Yeah,
It's this
Harry
right.
was actually sold to the CEO or ex-CEO now of T-Mobile, which is an interesting fact. But yes, 888,088 cents. So very, very impressive. Very beautiful piece. Very cool piece. Appreciate Antoni Tudisco for making that. From there, he ended up doing his own drop on Nifty Gateway, which me and you are very grateful that we got a chance to participate in, called Kryptoni. Kucho, you want to talk about Kryptoni?
Yeah, this was his first solo drop. He also added a reward like the one you can see here on the left. Something that's really important to Antoni, which is his theme as well, is he wants to reward the people that are really early believers of his work. So he created this one piece that he gave for $99, a 100 edition piece, to collectors of the Steve Aoki any of the Steve Aoki pieces that could join a raffle to get one edition of this artwork. And aside from that, he also created quite a bit of pieces. All of them in this shop, all of them very crypto themed. So you can even see it in the names. Like one was called Dip, one's called Bitworld, one's called Hodl. So he really, in this drop, he really created visuals, or his visual interpretation of some of the common crypto themes that are being used in the crypto and NFT space.
Beautifully stated. And from this drop came the evolution of staying on that crypto theme, the character called Ethi, which we all are quite now familiar with. Ethi is the number one character that represents Antoni Tudisco's work. He's made multiple versions of it, but this is the original one. Quite stunning. Love the music, love the look of it. And it was an open edition that it got quite a bit of attention, enabling a lot of people to join into the Ethi Antoni Tudisco community. And it's still one of his most recognizable pieces today, available on OpenSea and Nifty Gateway.
Yes, and actually after this drop, he went even deeper into creating artworks, related to this Ethi character that he created. What he did is he created a one-of-one collection, which is super impressive. I mean, each of these pieces take him, of course, a lot of time to create, but he created an entire collection of 120 one-of-one unique artworks with Ethi. Button is showing a few of these right now, all again, showing these themes of creating these futuristic characters, very colorful, and definitely also merging art and fashion as well. And then also this gave him more exposure to some high-end luxury brands. Button, do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so the first one that I absolutely think is a absolute stunning piece is one that he did with which was a giveaway for the Mercedes G, and this is a very beautiful piece created by Antoni, highlighting what I think is one of the best vehicles specifics out there, featuring the Ethi character as well. And this was an open edition, and it also enabled a burn that allowed individuals to get a more rare version of Antoni Tudisco's G-Class drop. Furthermore, he did a collaboration with Gucci. Kucho, you want to talk about Gucci a little bit? One of my favorites.
Yes. So he created two art pieces, which are like these animated art pieces. They are both very stunning and in collaboration with Gucci. And yeah, it's two amazing pieces. Again, this Ethi, futuristic Ethi character wearing some of the Gucci garments in like a very animated and visually very appealing style.
Absolutely. Yeah, they both did very, very well with the auction. And furthermore, they are, I mean, they give the brand huge representation with Gucci. And they're kind of got an amazing story to tell behind them as well. Not only what does Gucci represent, but it also kind of demonstrates a little bit of the inside the mind of Antoni Tudisco, and kind of like how he is the 3D artist behind the computer, but he's the one that is actually creating these three-dimensional worlds. So I love them. I highly recommend, if you get a chance, to check them out. But they're all one of one, so they're quite expensive at this price point. If anyone wants to see more of his work, I highly recommend you follow him on uh, Instagram. He's got a lot of great posts there where you can see some of the collaborations he's made. Um, and you can also get a chance to interact with him. He's a very, very nice, loving guy that's extremely hardworking and very talented. And I appreciate all that he's done for the digital space. Furthermore, he's also available on Twitter as well. Kucho, anything else you want to add to this about what your vibe with Antoni Tudisco, where he's been and where you think he's going next?
No, I think it was great. I think that, I mean, we're both, as you can hear, we're both super passionate about his art, and we can't wait to see what the future has in store for him. He has some big, very big plans, and is a very ambitious person. So let's see where the future will take him.
Absolutely. If you have any questions, feel free to let us know. We're always happy to help, and we hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks, everyone.